Hello and welcome to Lucky by Nature. This is Beast Demon and today I'm going to show you the advanced version of the best way to level up fast. I know. There are many other videos showing you different methods, but they all take way too long and it's not all that fun. The grinding, we'll just save the grinding for later. Some say that there is no magic pill on how to level up. Well guys, I'm here to tell you that there is a magic pill and this is it. This method is actually fun in my opinion, but you can be the judge. This video is a walkthrough, so for those of you who don't want to sit through and follow it, I'm going to break this down for you real quick. Collect the dossiers and note crates. If you already know where they are, then you're off to a good start. But for those of you who don't, this video will show you the best path that I found works best. It will take us a total of 1 hour and 22 minutes, but we will be at level 57. Believe it. I will go to each crate, so all you need to do is follow along. And if you start to fall behind due to something trying to kill you, just pause the video until you catch up. So, without any further ado, let's get started. First thing you need to do is spawn in West Zone 3. Here is a map of what our path looks like. We are going to make our way to our first crate located right here. While we make our way to our first crate, don't forget to try to get a lot of berries as you walk, because we are going to be going through food like crazy and also water. But now that the servers are ×2, it's actually pretty easy to collect a lot of berries. What sucks right now is, of course, we're slow. You know, that's why we started on this side where it's nice and easy for the most part. Usually, I always get the first level. See, as you can see, before I even get to the first crate, just by collecting a few berries, just walking around. But of course, I think the first level is only 10 points, so you get there pretty quick. As we get higher, obviously it's going to get tougher to get the next level. Right now, we need to make our way to the ocean. We are looking for a pile of rocks, but don't get confused with this little pile here. The one that we're looking for is going to have these kind of like spiky type rocks, and they're right in front of us, as you can see. There's going to be two, one on the right, one on the left. The one we're looking for is the one on the left. That's where our first crate is. So let's make our way over there. As you can see, that's what you're looking for. If you don't see that, then you're not at the right pile. But there's only two piles. The other pile has like a little pond, but you can't mistake it. Alright, so this should get us to level 7. I am going to concentrate on speed because we're going to be going through some pretty dangerous areas. The next thing I do is I put all my berries in the slots and get rid of all the junk except for the fiber, because you would be surprised how much fiber you're going to collect, and by the time you're ready to start building, it's going to come in handy. Now we're going to make our way to our second crate, which is located right here, and you see our little path here, so let's get going. So I just collect berries as I'm running, and keep an eye on your water. The reason I put down the berries into those slots is so I can actually eat while I'm running. With my left thumb I control the character, and then with my right thumb I reach over to the D-pad. This video here, I decided to do it on my own server with the same parameters as an official server. And the reason for that is because I had a lot of people telling me that they didn't recognize some of the areas, because apparently on the previous video that I did, some of the areas were already kind of wiped out by people building around them. So when people went to a different server, then they ended up coming up to the spot, but they didn't know where to look because there were either rocks around them or trees or whatever. So I decided to do this video with the crates in their natural habitat. So that way you would see exactly what it looks like. And if you do end up going to a server where it's already, cleared out, you shouldn't have any problem finding them. Alright, so we reached the waterfall. So we're pretty close. But guys, I'll be honest, these next couple are going to be easy. But then the next 5 crates are going to be pretty hard. So if you don't want to deal with that, you can always go back to this one here. But if you're like me, then you'll enjoy the challenge. Alright, so we are really close now. What we're looking for is the cliff to our right. So let's see. You see that big tree right there? There should be some rocks right by it. And what I usually look for is that slant from the cliff, and that's what we're gonna use. I call it a finger, but that's what we're gonna use. So it's right here, hidden between 2 rocks. So if this is not cleared out, obviously you wouldn't see it. I'm gonna concentrate still on speed. Not quite to the ideal speed of 130 that I like. So anyway, so now we're gonna go up the finger that I was talking about. If you go past this, then obviously you're too far. So that one was easy. Oh, there's a drop right there. So let me see if there's anything useful in it. Because now we're more than a level 3, so we should... Well, something's trying to get me. So I don't guess we're gonna get that. So we're just gonna move on to the next one then. Located right there. So we just go up the hill. After you go up the finger, you just go slightly to the right, and this is the spot right here. Just kind of go up the left and right. I think we outran whatever that was. I think it was probably a raptor. Now we gotta deal with a saber. So for that, we'll just go to this side, because what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna draw it towards me, and as it comes towards me, I'm just gonna fly by and then go up that little ramp, and once I turn left, it should get stuck on this side of the cliff. So we just gotta get its attention. There we go. Now I'm gonna run this way and then go up the ramp. Doesn't look like you're running very fast, but you really are. And we got a lot of stuff up here. Now normally when you're in a server, somebody usually likes to build up here somewhere. So you probably won't have as many dinos that are trying to kill you. So I'm dehydrating. That's alright. In this situation, I eat a little bit of berries, and usually that helps you out a little bit. Before, the berries used to give you a lot of water, but not anymore. As you can see, since nobody's built around here, since I'm in my own server, there are predators everywhere. And this is what I was talking about. It's gonna be tough for me, but we can do it. On the servers, I haven't really found it to be that hard. Right now, I'm doing a 30-day challenge on a regular PvE. And this is the exact method that I used there. Also, I did this in quite a few PvP servers where I go and level up super fast and then give people a hard time. you know, make what I need and then go and kill them from the woods and things like that. It's pretty fun. I'll probably post some of that at a later date. But what we're looking for is this waterfall here. We're really close to the next drop, which is here, and here's the waterfall where we're at right now. So we just gotta follow the river, and there's a lot going on down there. Alright, so I can see the ruins from here. I can see the very top. So that's where we need to go. Oh, let me get some berries real quick, because I think I'm running a little low. And not only that, sometimes you can get flowers from here. Alright, so here are the ruins, and it's hiding right behind this wall. So now I still need a little speed and then the rest stamina, because I usually like to get to 130 speed, but I don't like the fact that I get tired so fast, so the very next thing I do is work on stamina. It looks like there's some aloes over there, and something's after me. So now we gotta make it across the river so we can get to this spot right here. But there are piranhas on this river, so you have to be careful about that. Alright, let me look for a good spot. I guess this is as good as any. No piranhas so far, so that's good. Alright, so now we need a point that I can show you to best find that next crate. So let me see real quick. Alright, so there. Okay, you see where that trike is standing? That's usually a good spot. Right here. Oh, there's a raptor on me. So yeah, you just go straight up. It should be slightly to the right. Let me look somewhere around here. Let me look to the right here. Okay, there it is. Like I said, this is a dangerous area. There's always something trying to get you. Unless somebody builds around here, which usually I found that in a lot of servers they do. People do build around here. And they usually clear it out, so it's kind of nice. Alright, so now we are going to make it to our next crate located right here. And this is the path we're taking right here. So here we go. There's probably a lot of bad stuff right here. So initially I go to the right, but instead we're gonna turn left here just to make sure that we come out towards Black's Beach, or Black Beach, whatever you call it. I'm trying to avoid predators as much as I can, and plus it's always good to use, you know, trees and especially rocks as cover. So yeah, we're going the right way right here. I can see, oh, I can see a raptor coming at me. Alright, so let's avoid him. I usually keep an eye on my stamina, because the last thing you want to do is get caught with low stam, and then you end up running out and then you're in a lot of trouble. So you see how I went around that one rock I mean, these dinos are pretty dumb, so you can easily avoid them. They get lost and they don't know where you're at. And these guys are busy. So we're making our way towards this little area here that's clear, but this is a good part to go up. I'm looking around for predators. You see that? I mean, they're everywhere over here. If you keep your ears peeled, I mean, you'll hear them coming. So that's the time when you need to just run as fast as you can. So I'm going to go up this cliff, and I'm just gonna hug the cliff because I gotta find a specific point so that way I can show you the easiest way to get this one, because this one is pretty hard. So you gotta have some kind of markers. Alright, so we're right by the cliff, and I'm gonna keep collecting berries as much as I can. Alright, okay, so we're close, but I don't want to go through that because I may end up falling down. That's stuck right here. Alright, so here we are. What I look for always is this little peak right here. And then I turn around right from this little peak right there. Okay, that one. Then I turn around and you see those rocks right there? There's two rocks. The first one, you go to the right of it, and then the second one you go to the left of it. So basically you go between them. And then there is some trees right here, and you just go to the right of it. And you just walk straight. Like I said, this one's hard. So from this stone, then we turn a little bit left, not much. And we should see it right in front of us. Yep, there it is. So in my opinion, this is one of the hardest to find. Not a lot of people usually build up here, so this is usually always very wooded. But if you follow that, I find it every single time just by using those markers. So now we are really close to the next one, which is located right at the bottom of the cliff. So yeah, we're really close. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna hug the cliff once again, and we are just going to go south and find the safe spot to go down. See, it's right there in front of us, so I'm just gonna go down right here. There we go. So see, this one's pretty easy. I'm not even going to mess with it right now because I know there's dangerous stuff. I need to get out of here and find a safe spot. So now we just basically hug the cliff once again, this cliff, and we are going towards the ocean. So we're going west. And that's what we want to reach. Not quite the ocean, but that little inlet where we first started out. Oh, okay, too bad it's not down. But something's after me. It's a little glitchy there. I'm tired, so I'm just gonna hide behind this rock. Something's looking for me. Alright, so I got my stamina back. I guess I can take the time to work on my I guess I should work on my health. The most important things as of right now is the movement speed, the stamina, the health, but also the oxygen, because we are going to be going across you know, a lot of rivers, and you don't want to get caught by those piranhas. Alright, so I'm just gonna go and take a drink real quick because my water's almost gone. And now the reason I go in like this is just in case something's behind me and I can see them coming in, and of course I can outswim them, you know, thanks to the oxygen. Even if I didn't have oxygen, you know, just the norm. Alright, so we're making it over to the EC area. This is the one that I, you know, said earlier that if you didn't want to mess with that dangerous 5 crates, just to come this way. We are going here to this one, and we're actually pretty close. So I'm just going slightly in where the trees are, and it should be somewhere around here, real close. Okay, see, there it is. Then the next one's actually even easier. You put some oxygen because we are getting ready to go across rivers here in a little bit. But this one is just up this hill on the sort of on the right side, like around the middle on the right side. So I always like to go to this hump that I see from down there, and then I always turn around to look down. Once I'm at the top, then you see it right there. It's in the clear. I mean, it's pretty easy. And then from here we just go straight. Let me get rid of the junk as usual. Yeah, so we just go straight up towards that hill. So we just got this crate, and so now we're moving on to this one. So at this point, once we get up to the top of the hill, we'll be able to see where that little lake with the little stream and waterfalls is. And it's always picking up berries. That's a must. Alright, so the lake is that way, as you can see. I mean, it's hard to see because of all the trees. But, you know, just follow this little ridge. Follow it around. It will take you right to it. Alright, so here we are. I thought that was something dangerous. Alright, so take a drink and then just keep on running next to the river. Nothing's following me. I always keep an eye, and if something were to show up, then I would probably book it into the water, because they're usually pretty slow. Unless it's something really big, then I'm in trouble. So I'm looking for the waterfalls right now. I think it's right here, just around this rock. Yep, there it is. As you can see, there's the waterfall. A little more oxygen, because here come the rivers. Now we're going to here, and from there we're going here. Oh wow, Sarco. Now the Sarcos, if there's a Sarco in the river, just go somewhere else because there's no way you can outrun those. You can outrun, you know, the regular fish like those saber-toothed fish or the piranhas, but you cannot run those guys, those Sarcos. Alright, so to our right is something coming out behind me. I hear the music. Alright, so to the right is going to be the red obelisk, and this is the island just east of it. But we need to go across this other little river here. But there's an area over here where you can just run across it. It's pretty shallow. You see, there's the red obelisk. This is the island next to it. And then we go across. And you see that cliff in front of us? That is what we're looking for. It's right next to the cliff. There is a lot of rocks right here. So usually what I look for is, you see that little rock right in the middle of my screen? That's the rock I'm looking for. I always step on it and then turn slightly to the left, and there it is. Alright, so we're starting to pick up some health. Always keep on throwing the junk away. Now we gotta make it to the top of this hill. So once you get past the cliff there, just run up the hill, and then you'll see it'll get like lower right here, and then you'll see the more hill to the right there, and just keep on running to the very tip. I think there's another little section here, and then it keeps on going up. Let me check. Yep, there it is. I think I startled that Diplo. So at the very tip, you'll see these ruins. There it is. Alright. So now from the top, you see that cliff way out there? Left of the water, that's where we're headed. That's this one on the map. So this one shouldn't be too hard either. But we do have to go across the river, and more than likely there will be piranhas on this one. So let me get my stam back. My stamina. Get ready for the swim. I don't see any piranhas, so we're fortunate. Alright, so from here we just run right up to that cliff. And it should be here. This one is hidden. There's rocks, and you have to go around. See right behind here, right there. The next one is really close, as you can see. We just gotta make it to the little river on this side where it's shallow. And that's where we're headed. Pick up a few berries here. This little like tiny island looking thing has a lot of rocks, and this crate is going to be pretty much towards the end of this little thing here. See, that's where we were at, and now let's run in there. Unfortunately, on a lot of servers, people do build here. But some servers do have this open, so you just never know. I'm gonna wait for the screen drop, just because sometimes you can find armor in them, like the leather or hide armor. But see, none of that helps us, so I'm not gonna carry it because it'll just weigh us down, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. Now we're headed back so we can go to this spot right here. So we're headed back to where we were before we went in. Then we make a right. And there's like a little path. I mean, I see it's a little path, see right through here. That'll take you right to the beginning of the little cliff over here. And once I get to the beginning of the little cliff, that's when I turn in. I'll show you. Alright, so here's the beginning of the cliff. You can still make it up this. So I just kind of look towards those rocks over there and just walk straight. Go past them and see it's right here. Easy. These little compies are everywhere. So let's get out of here real quick. Luckily they're so slow. So now let's look at our map. Here are our next two targets. But we gotta make it across the two rivers in order to get there. So here's the first one. Hopefully there's no piranhas. So when I go across, this is pretty shallow, but normally I press A and hold it and go across that way. So if the piranhas are towards the bottom, especially in the deeper areas, like this next river, it'll take them a little bit to get to me. And since my oxygen is, you know, decent, I should be able to outrun them. But to me, this river here is probably the most dangerous because it is pretty wide. And I know for a fact that there's piranhas and those saber-tooth salmon or whatever they're called. Saber-tooth fish. They hang out right here. So let's see. Alright, so I'm holding A down. That's why we're swimming at the top. If I were to let go, I would start sinking a little bit. And as you can see, I'm swimming pretty fast. Okay, I see, oh, there's a piranha right there. I was able to dodge it. I am moving pretty fast. So let's try to take a bite, and it got greedy, so it came out to the it came out to out of the water, and that's why it died instantly. Alright, so let's avoid that Dillo. So what we're gonna do is we are going to go straight over here. It's really close, probably around this tree. Alright. And normally I would go straight from here to the other one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the same spot where I came out of the water, because it'll be easiest to show you guys. But see, I always look at that little cliff and these little rocks here, and that's how I knew where the first one was. So then here, let me use up my levels. So from here we just follow the beach and we go to the next cliff, or to the beginning of the next cliff. And this is where, you know, you go up and you just go straight. Usually there should be a whole lot of bamboo. Once you get to the bamboo, that's where it's at. See right here? Lots of bamboo. So it's, oh yeah, it's right here in front of us. So I pretty much memorized all these different markers. But when I was first trying to find these, I mean, it was pretty tough. But now that I know the markers, I mean, I can go right to one, you know, from one to the other without any issues. So now let's take a look at our map again. This next one's easy because it's right here on Rock Island. So that should be pretty simple. We just gotta go across this river. Oh, what the? Let me run back. Holy smokes. Okay, so that scared the bejesus out of me. But now it's busy, so we should be able to go across. I don't think it took any health from me. I think it just hit me. Kind of went by me pretty quick. Alright, so just hug the... They're still fighting over there. Alright. So let's just hug the beach once again and just run alongside it until we reach the destination. Starting to run low on berries, looks like. Alright, here I'm just gonna run towards the middle. So as soon as you come up to the rocks, just go towards the middle, because it's gonna be between those two like big huge pillar looking things. See, it's pretty easy to find. So my health is at 200, so let's see, wait. As you can see, I'm already in the 30s. So by the time we get done, our weight should be pretty decent. So let's take a look at our map once again. So we are headed here and we're about to leave Rock Island. So we gotta go across a couple of little rivers. So I'm slowly making my way to the left of the island. More or less, kind of looking at the green obelisk. Once I reach the water, fight going on over there. Then I just follow the water until I get almost to the end of this thing here. But nothing's following us. Alright, so I think I might cross right here. It's kind of narrow. And I don't want to get any surprises. This next crate is a little tricky. So I'm going to try my best to show you the best point to go from. The best marker. I do have a lot of practice with this, so that's why I can find them, but I remember when I first was trying to find this one, it wasn't that easy. Alright, so right here, as you can see, the little river is really shallow, so this shouldn't be a problem. So I guess we could use this as a marker. And I'm headed to this big boulder here. Alright, so from here, I'm just gonna go straight. And it should be towards the bottom of this hill. So let's see how good we do. I'm trying to stick to the the straight arrow, but all these boulders are gonna keep me from doing that. I'm constantly okay, see, there it is. So we did pretty good. Alright, so I am just gonna go more or less up the hill, because I'm gonna try to cut through a lot of this island here, because otherwise, it just takes a while if you go all the way back out the way we came and follow the beach over there. So that way we can cut a pretty good chunk. But I'm still headed towards the towards the beach, kind of more or less southeast. See, here we are, and we still got a little ways to go. But the next one, there are a lot that we're gonna get to. So let me show you the map real quick, and then I'm not gonna show you the map for every single one, just because there's a lot over there. So just follow the video until we get all of them, and then we move on to the next large area. So let me show you the map real quick. So as you can see, we were here, and we are headed over here where there is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get. So here we are getting close to that river, right before the spot where there's quite a bit of them really close together. So this is another river that's going to be a little wide, and that we have to worry about piranhas. And those things are kind of scary because they'll throw rocks at you. Those dillos are kind of funny because you fly by them so fast, their reaction is so slow. Look how far back they are. Alright, so here we are. Make sure that there's nothing dangerous out there that we're going to see. There's a lot of stuff down there. As you saw, the manta decided to come after me. And those are pretty quick, but I still think I can get away from them. Oh, let's see. Oh, that one almost came out. That would have been funny if it had died like that piranha. Alright, so the very first one we're gonna get is the one that's right across from Herbivore Island, right on the beach. This one's really, really easy to get. Alright, so the cliff is close to us on the left side. Make sure nothing's coming behind us. Alright, so now I'm gonna start making it my way towards the cliff. As you can see, there's Herbivore Island. And it should be really close to us. So, yeah, there it is. Alright, so this next one, it's not really that hard. We're just gonna hug this cliff here, and from this rock, or the end of the cliff where you see over here, we're just gonna run next to it, straight line. Slowing down. Okay, there it is. I slowed down because I knew I was close. Alright, so that's 2 out of the 7. Now, I'm just gonna go in a straight... Oh, wait. There's a raptor over there. Right, so there's a cliff to the right. And that's basically what I'm keeping my eye on. And you see this little ridge right here? You just go straight, in a straight line. And there's another cliff that you come up to. Lots of trees. You can see, here it is. And now we gotta go back and hug this little cliff, and we're headed up. And there's a raptor behind me, so I'm gonna turn the corner real quick and get it stuck against the cliff. Alright, so I'm gonna show you the map to show you what we just did. As you can see, this is the route we took. So I said I wasn't gonna show the map again, but I had to do it because it could get a little confusing, because there's a couple of cliffs that you have to deal with, and you have to go in between them and all that. Alright, so now let's head over to the next one, and we're just walking east. After I get this one, I'll walk to the cliff so that way you can see where we're at. These ruins, they're fairly big, so they should be easy to find. Alright, so as you can see, over there is Herbivore Island, and now we're just gonna follow the cliff. I used to think that this one was a little tricky, but not so much anymore. Oh, it looks like something's going on down there. Oh, there's a Rex. Alright, well, while they're busy, I'm just gonna mosey on down here. So for this one, we just follow the cliff. Of course, the cliff disappears on the right, and then obviously I need some water, so let me get some water real quick. Then turn around, and we're at these, what I call steps. On my first video, I was showing these steps. So we go past the first one, then this one we have to go on the right side of it. So there's two, and then we go to the third one here. And we should go right up to it. There it is. So right before you get to the fourth one, it's right by the cliff there. Alright, so we have to go back down the way we came. And this next one is also a little tricky. So you could end up missing it. Alright, I see a raptor over there, so I'm just gonna fly by it. And like I said before, we're so fast. I mean, we can pretty much outrun just about anything. Okay, so we go left here. As soon as you can start going up, you turn. All right, this one there's no real like marker or anything. What I do is I go along, and I guess you could use this big rock here as a marker. Of course, if it's not there, then you'd probably be able to see it anyway. So, but yeah, there it is. But on this one, I just go along the cliff. So the cliff is gonna be on your left side, and then as soon as you see that rock, just go towards it and go behind it. So now we gotta make it to the other land area over there to get the last one. That's gonna be the 7th one. But as you saw, I mean, it was kind of dangerous through here. And this one should be pretty easy to find as well, because the ruins are pretty large. So we just follow the beach. Now another tip that I can give you guys is whenever things come after you, it's always good to go right past the herbivores, because for whatever reason, the predators, when they're going after you, as soon as they go past one of the herbivores, then they end up kind of losing interest in you and they start fighting the herbivores. So that's kind of nice. All right, so here's the ruins, and here's the crate. So now we're gonna make our way to the beach. And as soon as we get to the beach, I'll go back to the map to show you where we're headed. Just don't want anything to surprise me over here. Alright, this looks like a pretty good spot. So let's take a look at our map. As you can see, this is where we're at, and this is where we're gonna have to go through the swamp to get to the next one. So the thing that worries me about the swamp is that we may have to deal with those alligator looking things, the ones that jump. I think they start with a K. But yeah, because if one of those grabs us, we're done. And if you look at the lower left corner, you see all those seconds. Those are bonus seconds. So basically your XP gets picked up a lot quicker with that. Well, I don't know if it's a lot, but I know it's quicker than normal. And if we end up dying, then all that goes away. I really like also the how far we can run, and I mean for how long, thanks to the stamina. Alright, so we are coming up to the swamp. And Sarcos is another one that I worry about. But if there is a Sarco there, we just kind of pull it out of the water, make it come after us. Other things like Titan Boas, I think they're pretty slow. Everything else is pretty slow. I'm not too worried about just those two because, look, there's a circle there. So the first thing we need to do is draw it out of the water. So let's see if we can get its attention. Alright, so as soon as he comes out of the water, we'll just take off. To be honest, I could probably just walk and it still wouldn't catch me. But once we get into the water, if it's deep enough, I mean, it'll get us quick. Right there, it was deep. Oh, here. Okay, here's one. Oof. All right. So as you saw, I mean, whenever I see those, what I do is I go towards it and then I jump to the side as soon as I see it getting ready to jump at me, and that usually always works. All right, so we're going over here to these big, huge rocks. You can't really miss them. And this one on the right is where it is. It's right under it. The first time I was looking for this, you wouldn't believe how long it took me to find this because I didn't know it was under it. And I was looking all over the place. And since I was doing it on primitive, you know, I didn't have the GPS or anything like that. Alright, so we gotta make it to the top of the cliff. Pretty close to where we were just at, a bit on top of the cliff. That's where the next one is. So I was contemplating going left, but since those alligator-looking things are over there, I'm just gonna go over here towards the beach. And once the cliff comes down, we're just gonna go right up that. I think our stats are looking pretty good. I know that some people like to put the, you know, melee and things like that, but honestly, I rarely ever deal with having to kill things on my own. Usually I get dinos pretty quick, and so to me, it's kind of a waste. It'll probably come in handy when you go into caves, but if I do that, I'll just probably do a mind wipe and, you know, change my settings anyway, so that's not a big deal. Okay, so for this one, we're just gonna run along this cliff and until we get to the clearing. And just as an FYI, every Tuesday I am going to be coming out with a level up challenge, because people are constantly telling me that their way is better, or you know, they have certain ways they do it that it's so good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to put them to the test. So whatever it is that they say is awesome and that it works, I'm gonna do it and see how long it takes to get to the same level that we're gonna get to. As you can see, the next one is right in front of us. It's in the clearing, easy to find. And now we just go towards this other clearing, but let's look at our map real quick. So this is where we were just were, and so now we're headed up a little bit. And there's two up here close to each other. We're constantly on the run. But you know that I think that's what makes it fun. It's because you're constantly running, trying to get away from stuff. And in my opinion, this definitely beats grinding. So as you see, this flat area here, there's several. So let me see where we're at. I know it's not this one, so I think we keep on going straight. Okay, yeah, here it is, over by this big tree. Alright, this one, we should just go straight. Uh-oh. Alright, keep an eye on that raptor. Alright, we basically have to go kind of more left over here. So let's go this way. This is another one of those that, you know, there's not really like a specific marker. So this one might be a little tough to find, or you might get lucky. But now I'm going east. And this should bring us out to the beach, which is where we want to be. The next one, I do have a marker, so I'll show you that. Alright, so we're almost there. Wow, that's bright. Alright, so my water is good. My food is not so good. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm going to show you the marker here in a sec. Let me just take a drink of water, get my stand back. Alright, so right in front of us, there's like a square, like, you know, there's no grass, and it looks like a square, and this is what I always look for. There's another raptor. Okay, went after something different. Alright, so what I do is I go to the point of this square. I go to this point right here. There's another one over there, but I always pick this one. See, you see the trees, and so I just run straight. You'll see this rock, and you go to the right of it, and then you're gonna come up to this long rock to our left, and it's basically pointing right at it. And you see those two rocks? Normally I would try to go down the middle of it, but I can't jump it. And see, it's just on the other side of these the two rocks. One rock is kind of flat. And then you just keep on going basically the same way, because we're going to go up the mountain. And if you need to be oriented, I will show you on the map where we are going at this point. This is where we're at, or where we were, and this is where we're going. So we're just gonna make it right up this mountain. Alright, so I always follow this route. You see that tree right there? That is the only way that I found that you can go through this area, unless you go really low, but then there's usually a lot of dangerous stuff down there. Okay, so I'm gonna rest up a little bit here. I decided to go a little bit more on movement speed, because I always seem to go to 132. 130 is pretty good. I mean, just about for anything. But 132 for me seems to work perfectly. All right, so when going up this face of the mountain here, I mean, you basically, sometimes if you get stuck, you just gotta move a little bit left, a little bit right as you go up. Guess I don't know why you get stuck. All right, speaking of stuck, I think that one is stuck inside that rock. I really don't want to get attacked by these guys. I mean, they're not hard to outrun, but I just don't want them to mess up my my route. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of cruise through here real quick. See, this one's easy to find. So now we go back the same way we came. But do not run down this hill, because if you do, you will end up flying out and you are gonna end up getting pretty hurt. I know, because it's happened to me before. As you can see, just walking, I still end up going down quite a bit. So if you had some speed, forget about it. Alright. There's another raptor. They seem to be everywhere nowadays. So we're at level 51, guys. And we're just over 1 hour so far. Alright, so I'm just gonna book it up this hill. And I don't even think that this raptor will stand a chance. So by running up this hill, we're basically gonna cut off a lot of land. I'm pretty hungry. And we'll get around to the other side much quicker. And what I'm looking for is Carno Island, which you can see off in the distance. I don't think I want to go down that way. So just keep on going around. And now, see, we're basically going right to it. This is a pretty easy way to get down. It's not dangerous. Whoa, what the heck is that? That scared the bejesus out of me. That looked pretty ridiculous. Alright, so this one can be a little tricky, so just make sure you follow the way that I'm going down. And the way I always find this one is I'm going to go all the way up to the cliff, and then I will turn from there. So you see, you just follow this little ridge here all the way down. And T-Rexes do hang out around this area a lot, but there's so many boulders everywhere that I really don't worry about it too much, because they get stuck. Alright, still trying to get to that cliff. And I always end up in the exact same spot, which you see Carno Island. See it right here? I just turn. I guess you can use that rock as a reference point. And I just walk straight. And where the heck? Hey, wait a minute. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, I got a little screwed up right there. Ah, but it doesn't take me that long to find. So now we're just gonna make our way back to the beach, collecting berries. Looks like I'm dehydrated. It's a good thing that we're right by the ocean here. Alright, so we're just gonna follow the beach. Let me show you the map. Alright guys, so we're headed here, and then we'll go across the river and get the others that are close together. Here comes another raptor, like usual. They won't be able to keep up with us in the water. Yeah. Left them in the dust. Alright, so we are just going to follow the beach like usual. And once we get close to the inlet, then I'll try to give you a marker. And I just use these rocks as a marker. This is where I turn in. And you can kind of see a little clearing to the left there. But we're going to go right through these trees. Alright, so this is a little tricky. See, it's right in front of us, but it's hard to see because of all this bamboo everywhere. Now we're gonna go across the river, and this one, usually I can see it from pretty far away. See, you can see it. But once we get closer, these rocks will spawn around it, so then you won't be able to see it. But you can see it from far away. I guess some piranhas must be after me. Alright, so yeah, these are the rocks right here that spawned around it. So we just gotta make our way around it. It should be on the, behind this gray one here. Yep, there it is. Level 53. Alright, so for the next one, we just come out. There's gonna be a little small cliff over here in the woods. You just follow it until you can go up. Let's see right here. Nope. Guess by this rock maybe. Yep. And just go straight. And here's the pond right in the middle of it. There's the crate. Alright, so that gets us to 54. Now we just go straight this way. And what we're looking for, ooh, I almost went off. What we're looking for is like a bridge made out of rock. It could be right behind all these bushes and stuff. Okay, there it is. You see? So I usually just jump on top of it. There's a cliff. Look back. And just... it's right there in front of us. Alright, so now we are going to go into Hidden Lake. So now we're going to go back towards the river. Then turn around and we're going to go right under that bridge made out of stone. See, there's the bridge right over us. And these two are pretty easy to find as well. I do know that a lot of people tend to use this as their basis or they block the path, but there's always a way to get in. Sometimes they can't quite block the whole thing, or you can just go and kind of land on some ledges, but you can definitely make your way down. Alright, so we're sticking to the left. Let's see, I see another raptor. So what I'm going to try to do is get its attention, and then I'm going to draw it towards the right. And then more or less do a little circle around and just fly through there. But I think this parasaur is going to be even better for me, because now that raptor is busy. So the next one should be right behind these rocks. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Oh. Alright, so I think I went too far, so let's turn around. Yeah, right behind these rocks right here. See, there it is. Then the next one's even easier. You just keep on going along the cliff, and you see these ruins over here. That'll probably give us 2, I think. 5, oh, 56. Alright, so now we're just gonna go out this way. And this will take us back towards the beach. This is going to be the last drop. I'm just kind of taking a little shortcut. If I kept on going, it would have taken me to the water, but then I would have had to turn a little bit. That's just more of a straight shot. But this is what we're looking for. This will be the end of our journey. All in all, I don't think it was that bad. Of course, you might feel different. I don't know, if yours went as smooth as mine did, but it takes practice. Alright, so that gets us to level 57, and we have over 1,000 engram points. So let's see what all we can actually get with that. I have so many engram points that I think I should be able to start building with stone right off the bat. So I won't even have to bother with thatch or wood. In fact, I think I should be able to make the behemoth doors, the stone ones. I don't know that I would want to do the metal ones, but maybe in the future. And not only that, we're also only 3 levels away from being able to pick up the red drops. I should be able to also make the smithy, the regular dino doors, all the metal tools. I'm not gonna bother with any of the saddles just because I'll get them as I need them. Chitin armor, it's always good. Here's the behemoth. Can even go and do my platform for redwoods. I'm not gonna pick anything made out of metal yet. Okay, I'm going to select my ghillie suit just because I'm gonna concentrate on trying to get myself a high level Carno, and then I am going to hit the swamp cave, and I should be able to get to level 85 or 90 in just a couple of days. But anyways, so here's what we're looking at. I have over 18,000 seconds of bonus XP timer, and I also have, as you can see, I have a bunch of fiber, so I can use it to build things for cooking. I just gotta go get some low-level egg makers. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash that like button, subscribe. We've got a lot of good things coming out soon. So until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.